Okay, we're back with everyone's favorite video at the end of a year. My worst movies of 2025. I normally do 10 and 10 and 10 for best, worst, mediocre. We're not doing mediocre this year. I couldn't get to 10. Movies were just better this year, guys. They just were. I don't even have 10 for my worst movies of the year. I only have 6. I just decided this video can be as long as I fucking want it to be. Starting off strong with Section 31. What the fuck was that? No one in the Star Trek fandom is claiming this. Michelle Yeoh was a great choice. Every other choice was wrong and terrible. It was, hard to sit through. Numero dos. Another simple favor. Who decided that that movie needed a sequel? Also, I thought we all agreed to stop casting Blake Lively in things because in addition to being a raging bitch, she's also a terrible actress. I love Anna Kendrick, but she was not enough to save this atrocity of a film. Then we have Drop. Why does this exist? It got a theatrical release, guys. I'm not pulling these bad movies out of the independent quarters of the internet. They were advertised and released on major streaming services or in movie theaters. Not only was this plot truly terrible, but it was shot like a B movie from the 80s with a slightly better camera. Such a waste of time. Oh God. Until Dawn. Okay. Strictly from a film standpoint, not an adaptation, just as a movie, as is. Total waste of time. None of the characters made any choices that impacted the story. The story was just kind of happening to them. And then we go ahead and add in the fact that this was a video game adaptation, or so we're told, because it bared exactly no resemblance to the game. The game that has one of the best narratives and character explorations of all time, by the way. It shit on its source material, and that's never okay. Our last two here might be a little controversial, and you know what? I don't care, because I'm right. So, The Materialists. Can we also stop casting Dakota Johnson in things? She was handed, on a silver platter, two of Hollywood's most charismatic men in Chris Evans and Pedro Pascal, and she could not generate chemistry with either of them. These are men that can generate chemistry with wet cardboard, and somehow completely lost on her. Neither of the relationships were developed enough to root for. She wasn't developed enough for us to root for, so there was no attachment to any of the characters. And then she gives this dumbass monologue about she isn't good enough for Pedro Pascal's character, to the point where I had to look up who wrote it and was devastated to see it was written by a woman because it screamed written by a man, which is the worst insult I could give something, by the way. If I go, oh, this was written by a dude, it's not a compliment. It means you did something stupid. Last but not least, and this one is going to be controversial, and you know what? Shove it up your ass. One battle after another. I don't care. It was a bad movie, and you can attempt to explain it to me all you want, but I promise you I understood it. It wasn't that fucking complicated, actually. Not a single part of it was well written enough to be deemed satire. I am tired of Leonardo DiCaprio starring in movies that are supposedly about POC, but it's really just about white guys doing crimes because it follows the white guys doing crimes for most of the time. I am never going to be behind the genre of white guys doing crimes. We get enough of it in real life. It's a shit angle for any movie, really, and I couldn't have hated it anymore. It's a bad movie. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.